Today we're diving into the mysteries of the one and only Carl Jung. Now, I know what you're thinking. Jung? Isn't that the guy who's all about dreams and archetypes and stuff? That sounds boring. But let me tell you, there's more to Jung than meets the eye, or the subconscious, for that matter. Jung is probably best known for his work on the collective unconscious and archetypes. Basically, he believed that there are universal patterns of thought and behavior that are inherent in all humans, and that these patterns are expressed in things like myths, symbols, and dreams. So, for example, the archetype of the hero might show up in different cultures and time periods in the form of a warrior, a savior, or a chosen one. It's like the ultimate version of been there, done that, except instead of talking about your vacation, you're talking about the stories that have been told for centuries. But here's where things get a little weird. Jung also believed in things like synchronicity and the paranormal. Synchronicity is the idea that seemingly unrelated events can be connected in a meaningful way, and that these connections can give us insight into our lives. And as for the paranormal, well, Jung was into all kinds of mystical and esoteric things, like alchemy and the I Ching. I mean, who needs empirical evidence when you've got intuition, am I right? Now, I'm not saying that Jung was just some wacky old guy who had too much time on his hands. He was a brilliant thinker and his ideas have had a huge impact on psychology and beyond. But let's be real, some of the stuff he came up with was pretty out there. For example, he once had a patient who was convinced that she was possessed by a demon. Instead of dismissing her, Jung actually went along with it and had a conversation with the demon through the patient. He even wrote a book about it called The 7 Sermons to the Dead. Which, to be fair, sounds like it could be the title of a really awesome heavy metal album. But that's not all. Jung also had some interesting thoughts on the nature of the psyche. He believed that the psyche was made up of 3 parts: the ego, the personal unconscious, and the collective unconscious. The ego is the part of us that we're aware of, our thoughts, feelings, and sense of self. The personal unconscious is made up of memories and experiences that are unique to us as individuals. And the collective unconscious is the deep, dark, mysterious part of our psyches that contains all of those archetypes and universal patterns of thought. It's like the mental equivalent of the Bermuda Triangle. You never know what you're going to find in there. So what does all of this mean? Well, for one thing, it means that Jung was a pretty interesting character. But beyond that, it means that he had a unique perspective on the human mind and the way that we experience the world. Whether you buy into his ideas about the collective unconscious or not, there's no denying that he was a creative and imaginative thinker who challenged the status quo. In the end, the mysteries of Carl Jung may never be fully unraveled. But that's okay. Sometimes it's more fun to embrace the mystery and let our imaginations run wild. After all, isn't that what Jung himself was all about? So the next time you find yourself in a deep, philosophical conversation with your friends, or just talking to yourself, I don't judge. Don't be afraid to throw in a little Jungian theory. Who knows, you might just impress someone with your knowledge of the collective unconscious. And if that doesn't work, you can always try summoning a demon. I hear they give great life advice. Just kidding, please don't do that. In all seriousness though, Carl Jung was an important figure in the world of psychology and his ideas continue to be studied and debated to this day. Whether you find his theories fascinating or bizarre, there's no denying that he left a mark on the field of psychology and influenced generations of thinkers who followed in his footsteps. So the next time you have a dream about flying or fighting off monsters, remember that there's a little bit of Jung in all of us. And who knows, maybe one day we'll all unlock the secrets of the collective unconscious and finally figure out what it all means. Or maybe we'll just keep dreaming and theorizing. Either way, it's all part of the mystery. Now, I want to hear from you. What do you think about dreams? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to Curiosity Caboodle for more fascinating and entertaining content. Until next time, keep exploring the curiosities of our world. Thanks for watching, and stay curious.